Hi guys, it's me. I'm back with another video, and this is actually the second time I'm recording this video, because the first time I recorded it and then my camera shut off and I was like, oh, okay, has the battery died? And I was like, no. Turned out I didn't actually press record, I pressed take photo. So I recorded the whole video and then realised I didn't actually record anything. So this is my second take of recording, and what I'm going to do for you today is another poetry reading from my collection, Sketches from a Curious Mind. And the poem I'm going to read for you today is The Price of Freedom, which was inspired by the track of the same name from Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. I think it's Crisis Core. I'll put a link in the description so you can go listen to that track if you're not familiar with it and get an idea of where the poem came from. But it came from that track anyway. And I'm going to read it for you today, mostly because a lady who has bought my book commented that after reading that poem, Price of Freedom, she was very sort of surprised, because the poem made me sound older than she thought I was, which I'm not sure if that's a compliment or not. But it also made her believe I was actually in the army to have seen all these things I write about, and it's like, that is not the case at all. So she's very surprised because the poem sort of put this juxtaposition between how she viewed me and how I portrayed myself in the poem. Anyway, enough waffle. Let's get on with reading the actual poem. So, I have seen countless bodies lying limp and lifeless on the floor. Their faces are ghostly grey, as blood runs across the ground, forever tainting the earth. I have seen nature's beauty ruined, its fields torn apart by shellfire, forests levelled by napalm, the waters poisoned by toxic gases, and the air putrefied by the stale stench of death. I have seen cities torched to the ground. I have seen women and children fleeing in fear. Their screams echo on the night winds. Their tears are a bitter sting against my heart, and their panicked expressions are imprinted in my nightmares. I have seen war, pain, and death as I march along, rifle in hand, following the orders I have been given, and forced to believe the lies I have been told, all in the name of the greater good. I have seen human nature for what it is, nothing more than greed, hate, and decay, eager to take what is not their own, with no thought given for those in need. It makes me weep. And so I decree no more. I shall no longer play this game. Cast aside my weapons, for the soldier I now refuse to be. The truth I see, so now I ask this: is this the price of freedom? Yeah, it's a short poem. As I said, I wrote it inspired by that video game track. There's actually a couple of other Final Fantasy tracks which have sort of inspired me to write poems I haven't yet written. I probably should. Matoya's Cave is one of them, from Final Fantasy I. And there's Crystal Cave from Final Fantasy III. I think it's that one. It also inspired me to write something. But yeah, I haven't written those poems yet. If I do, I will keep you updated. But at the moment, I'm still working on my next novel. A Pattern of Death actually now has a proper title. It's all drafted. It's in the editing phase. That's going really well. So I'll keep you updated on that as well. But that is all for me today. Thank you for listening to my poem. Bye.